Thanks for the ride, babe.
You're welcome.
All right, end of the day here. It's actually been 2 days since we dropped it off. Well, we dropped it off yesterday morning, so however you want to break that down. Like I said, not doing anything to the outside. Just wanted to get the inside cleaned up so it looks better. Boom, look at that. It's like a new truck. Heck to the yeah. Look at that, it's shining. Spiffy. It smells good. I got horrible lighting right now, so. Dude, them seats, I didn't even know they were black seats. My goodness. My goodness. Heck yeah. Just pulling out of a local landscaper here. He bought the tires off me. And there was another couple that were going to trade me some rims and tires. But I had already agreed to meet Jim here. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing on this beautiful, snowy Ohio morning? So currently I'm about 40 minutes from the house. I ordered some tires and gonna get them put on the Chevy. Just made sense once we sold them. I kind of checked around a few other places, got some prices. A few were outrageous, like $1,600, $1,400. Ended up finding this place. They were right around like $1,000. So we got an appointment to get them put on, and yeah, just as quickly as the snow started, it stopped. So little squall we went through there. It says it's right up here on the left-hand side. Got a Kubota case dealer here. Sterling Farm Equipment. Looks like a nice place, little town. I believe it should be right here. So it's called Winkler Tire. Recommended to me by Mike Nussbaum. So let's go in here and get these babies done. All right, guys, got right in, getting it taken care of. Won't take them long, like 3 or 4 guys working on it, so should only probably be about 10-15 minutes. All right, guys, so just got here to the property pretty late. Storm came in real late. It's super cold. It's supposed to be down to 18 tonight. We got some snow. Things are super wet. We got properties that'll be open up early in the morning, so we got to get a little bit of salt laid down. First official run. Nothing crazy, but a good run through, good test. So. Get back in the truck, let this warm up for about 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna speed a bunch of this up because it ended up taking me about 35 minutes or so. But long story short here, I cannot get the safety to release on the seat. It will not go into that mode. We replaced the switch last year that was underneath the seat, and it's been working perfectly fine. And go figure, the first event, it doesn't want to work, so it won't allow me to operate the machine. So after messing with it for about 10-15 minutes, I went ahead and pulled the fuse, and I was able to bypass the safety on the seat to at least move it over. It still wouldn't allow me to use the boom to go up and down, but I could operate the machine, so I could actually drive it. So right here now, I'm trying to get it lifted up enough where I can get the forks off because they're just not laying flat. So with them not sitting flat, there was a lot of extra pressure on the release handles here. So I had to actually hit them with the sledgehammer to get them to go up enough where it would release the fork so I could lift them off of there. Now that I got the forks out of the way, I'm going to go back to messing with this safety switch to see if I can get it to operate so we can, get this salt loaded and get to work. It's unfortunate, but things like this happen. So I took the seat panel out. I cleaned the plug-in piece. I sprayed some dielectric grease that I had in the truck in there. Messed with it here for probably another 10 minutes or so. And if you listen closely, you'll actually hear it kick in when I plugged it back in. So what I'm thinking is possibly some condensation just from it going from pretty warm to super cold. Got inside that plug, and yeah, it just was stopping it from getting good contact. Once I got in there, after I sprayed some stuff in there, it all the lights lit up in the back of the cab, and I was able to operate as normal. So got severely lucky. This is a product called Clear Lane, and the outside is white because it's been sitting since this past winter, and the sun fades it basically. So I'm turning it here, and you're seeing that blue come back out. I'm also making sure it's nice and fine so it'll go through the spreader really easily. Also, if you're wondering why I'm here by myself, TQ is still severely sick, guys. So if you'd keep her in your thoughts and prayers, I'd really would appreciate it, so she can get back on the mend. Something that we're really going to be keeping track of this year is how much salt we're loading and how much salt we're putting down on each property. So each one of these buckets, we level it out there. That gives us about 1,000 pounds, so about a half a yard. Right here, I'm going to load up 3 buckets, so we're going to take out about 1.5 yards, and that's no problem for this salt spreader whatsoever. It's kind of at its max, but honestly, we've put a few in there, no problem whatsoever. Anyways, it's something we want to really keep track of, just so we're staying on top of our numbers, make sure we're not applying too much salt on properties. All right, guys, so not how I foreseen this first load going, but in this business it's always something. Tonight it was a safety switch in the seat. I couldn't get it to release so I could operate my boom. All right, guys, so sheet of ice. So extremely rare that this parking lot is empty, but the employees are still all out for the holiday. And yeah, I couldn't be happier because it really sped up my process and made me way more efficient, not having to go around all the cars and worry about hitting cars. There's still a lot of obstacles in this lot, but not having the vehicles coming in and out as well, the semis coming in and out, and then cars parked everywhere, tow motors running everywhere, employees walking, really helps the process. So I'll take this one, and yeah, it'll probably be the only time. All right, guys, so we're laying down a product called Clear Lane. It goes down into colder temperatures. It'll melt this off very quick and in a hurry. As you can already see, we're starting to break down right here. So low tonight is 18. Wind chill, I'm sure, is going to be a lot lower than that. So I decided to bring out this little bit more superior product than just traditional rock salt. All right, so we're going to put down the whole 1.5 yards on this thing here tonight. The lot is approximately about 250,000 square feet when it's completely empty. Most of the time we're doing anywhere from 120 to 200,000. Just really depends on how full the lot is with employees and semis coming in and out, tow motors, etc. So right here I'm going through hitting all the docks and bays. These are critical if you're looking to get into this business, guys. Semi bays, the whole thing's critical. You have to do a really good job. But the last thing you want is a semi backing down in one of these bays and getting stuck. It's all kinds of bad. We've had jobs in the past where we've helped pull them out. And yeah, it's unfortunately going to happen at some point, but we try to minimize that. They also run a ton of tow motors around this lot, so having it clear. If you don't know, tow motors do not like ice or snow whatsoever. They get stuck very easy, so getting this thing cleared and opened up is critical. All right, guys, so as you can see, it's burning off pretty good. We'll see where we're at here in a little bit. I'm going to continue on to this half, and I've dropped a little bit over there, but I'm going to go ahead and run through it real quick, and then we'll go up the other side and circle back and see what we missed, see what burned off, see what needs a little more, and yeah, be back in a second. All right, so the cold's doing work on my batteries. I put 2 in here. The big one is not doing real well. Keeps shutting off on me, so I'm gonna have some cuts here. As you can see, burning off, and then we got a brutal wind blowing through here as well, which is gonna help once this gets super wet. Hopefully dries it completely off. We'll retouch base here in a bit and see where we're at. I had to do the dump from inside the truck though, because my manual button here, I forgot when we installed it. I discovered that and I need to get that replaced. It's not working, so now It's gonna be tough to shoot with my phone, but what I'm gonna walk you guys through, I'm gonna walk and hit all the man doors all the way around. Then we'll go to the front and do the sidewalks, the man doors around the building, go to the other side, do that side. So I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes. All right, guys, just got all the man doors done. All I gotta do is this long drive up this side, and I'll hit a couple of the garage doors. This is all melted off really good. Might run one more stripe right down that middle just to make sure I got a nice coating on it. But oh man, you forget how many man doors there are. There's a lot. So how cold did it get last night? That's what I had left of my Gatorade. Got pretty darn cold. Right now it's currently, truck's saying 32. Ain't no way. Anyways, at this point, you guys know I'm an Ohio State Buckeyes fan. Still a Buckeyes fan. Will always be a Buckeyes fan and a Browns fan. It's too soon to talk about that one. Congratulations to Michigan. They wanted it more, and they proved that they wanted it more. I think we still have the better team, even though we lost. I think we need to find a kicker, potentially a new coach, and reevaluate a lot of other little things. So I'll leave that at that. If you're a Michigan fan, you can love the comment section and hate all you want. It'll be okay. That's what you get to do for the next 364 days at this point. Yeah, they've had our number the last 4 years, and you get to gloat whenever you win. So we did it for well over a decade, you know, during that tenure. And anyways, I'm moving trucks around here, and if you didn't watch the Browns-Pittsburgh last game, that was a phenomenal game. Check the highlights out on YouTube. I watched the thing live. It was beautiful. Traditional old-style football, and the Browns won. And that's been tough to go by this year as well. It's not been a good, it's not been a great football year. It's still good, not great. Anyways, gonna get the Ford cleaned up as soon as the temperatures come back up to where it's not freezing. We don't want to spray this off ever. Whenever it's that cold, we'll just let it go until temperatures come back up. Anyways, the Chevy got the new tires on it. The event happened right after I got them, so I didn't have time to even film them. I had to hurry up and run back home and get ready. But I think they look really, really good. They did really good on the way home in the snow. So the tire salesman kind of talked me into these. I've never ran a Kenda tire before. He's been selling a lot of them. He says guys are really liking them. It's just a nice, solid, aggressive looking all-terrain tire. These are called the Kenda Clever, I believe it's called. Kenda and then Clever. Spin you guys around there. RT, it's a 265/70 R17, which we needed. The way I understand it, it has this on the sidewall just to give you, in deeper snow, a little extra, or mud, I guess you could say, a little more grip to grab. And yeah, anyways, he said guys are really, really liking them, and he's had no complaints whatsoever. I'm still looking at getting the fender flares, mainly for the backs where we got some rust there in those corners. I have not found good looking ones that I like. I like the smooth look compared to the like riveted look. I don't like the riveted look, but the smooth ones, it looks like they like come way up to here. They look goofy to me. I wouldn't mind if it just came up like, you know, 4 or 5 inches and just covered that, which the ones that have like the riveted look in them, those do, but I don't like the riveted look. So that's what we put on the GMC. Sorry I couldn't get it at the beginning of the video, but it's just kind of the way everything worked out. That storm was hitting as I was on the way out to get the tires. Honestly, we weren't even projected to get anything, so it kind of caught me by surprise, or I would have had the skid loader and everything prepped that day. There was just nothing in our forecast specifically for our area other than it was like, hey, a chance for, you know, a little bit of snow. But it ended up turning into an event. It was a good event. Got us out. We do got some issues that we got to fix. For one, I got to get that plug-in on the skid loader fixed so we're not dealing with that again late at night. And then I got to get that button on the side of, just notice my trash can's wide open. The wind must have blew it open. Got to get that button on the side of that salt spreader fixed as well. And yeah, other than that, everything went smooth. And real quick before I end the video, don't forget December 14th from 11 to 3 at Schlabach Engines in Apple Creek, Ohio. Tickets are free. I'll put a link down in the description. All we ask is that you bring a toy to donate for the Marines Toys for Tots and a couple local churches that we help out every year at Christmas time. As always, keep mowing, keep growing, keep making money, boys and girls. We'll talk to you later. TQ out. Go Buckeyes.